You're listening to the Wife Wednesday Radio Network. Find, follow, and like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and more. You can hear us across the U.S. and around the world on Apple Podcasts, Pandora, iHeartRadio, Amazon Podcasts, Spotify, and more. Now, here are your favorite radio wives.
Hey everybody, it's Wednesday and I'm one of your wives, Cena.
And I'm Nicole.
We're back with a whole new season of the Wife Wednesday show, and you can now find us on every major podcast platform across the country.
That's right. So sit back, relax, and join us for this week's episode here on the Wife Wednesday Radio Network. All right, we have in 1973, John Paul Getty III's ear was cut off by his kidnappers and sent to a newspaper in Rome with a note that said, "This is Paul's ear. If we don't get some money within 10 days, then the other ear will arrive. In other words, he will arrive in bits." I don't know who that man is. Do you?
No. Did they get the rest of the money?
No idea. That doesn't. The backstory is not given when I get these facts.
Unclear.
Instructions unclear. I'm just giving you the fact. Baby.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, did they end up sending the other ear?
I don't know.
Other bits?
And what bits would they have been? Dangly bits?
It could have. If they were sending bits, they were just cutting whatever was there.
Yeah.
Fingers,
starting
dangles.
with the smallest things and working their way up.
Absolutely.
So penis
Are we
first.
Roasting a victim? Yes.
We're
terrible.
Hi. It was literally my only fact of the week.
Oh, that was
week.
it?
Yeah. Nothing else really.
So,
jumped out at me.
At this week in history, fact of the week, 2017, October 13th, I did get married.
You did.
So that is a fact for this week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
5 years, baby. What'd you have for your anniversary dinner?
We ordered basil.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. I had a gift
Could
card.
not have asked for more.
Yeah. It was everything I wanted.
Well, let's catch up in our lives. I've been vividly dreaming.
So I've heard.
I tell Zena my dreams every morning.
I love it.
And it's been weird. Her and her family have been a part of them for the last 2 days. I mean, it's pretty normal. They're my family, so why wouldn't they be? But just crazy things have been happening in my dreams.
She's a horrible person.
A horrible person. But I think that could have to do with me listening to Akatar again. Because the second dramatization dropped and finally came to Audible, and I finally
do you have those on your Audible still?
Yeah, you can listen to them.
Okay, I want to refresh myself.
Oh, girl, the dramatizations, they're next level.
Yeah, because I definitely just listen to the audio.
Yeah.
I want to listen to the dramatization.
Yeah, and there's still one more part for the third book to come out this year. But I just started listening to the second part last night.
Listen, folks, Paisley is sassy this week.
She's part of this podcast. You guys just have to kind of live with it. She also has been a little turd all afternoon, being an instigator. Normally that's my job. But it's great because at night I literally put on my noise canceling headphones, so all I hear is whatever's coming through them, and I clean. I don't have to look at my phone, and that's just a thing for me. For me to be able to clean and get it done without sitting down, getting caught up in my phone, I had to have headphones on with a book, or, I mean, it can be music.
Headphones take you into another world.
Literally, yeah.
I grocery shop with headphones because it changes your whole experience.
Yeah.
It just it's like, oh, well, really what I'm doing is listening to whatever I'm listening to. I'm doing this other stuff, but
Yeah.
I'm focused on what
Yes,
this is.
it's
My
helping me
body's
be
just
focused.
functioning.
And it's the same thing with work. It helps me be focused. Having both like headphones in and
It closes you off.
yeah. So that's been helping me a lot lately. How are you?
Well, dealing with sassy dogs.
Yes.
I've kind of just been going through it, as you know.
Yep.
And I've been having a lot of just like self-realizations and just like spending time on the inside mind palace and just thinking about potentials and directions I want my life to go in.
You describe your mind as a palace. I describe mine as SpongeBob's office file room fiasco.
I can see
Mine being like that.
yes.
Yep.
Because mine's definitely more noodle brainy.
Yeah.
Everything's got like a room, and then
Mine
in
is
that
definitely
room
filed away.
there's
and
all
with
kinds
this-
of different
Yeah.
art in it, and nothing's related to each
believe
other.
that so
There's
much.
music playing in a different room, and I can't find that room. And then
Ooh, that can be something we talk about in Wife Wednesday once. Designing our mind room or palace.
yes. Well, that's like something I picked up from Sherlock Holmes. Was the
Yeah.
Mind Palace thing, and then there's a book called The Mind Palace or something like that. And I had started reading it before, and I just instructions unclear.
Yeah.
I think I should read it again when I'm at a point where I feel like I can do more self-discovery and things like that. Ma'am, you're about to be locked away with your father.
Yeah. What is your issue?
But
I definitely have those moments of, like in SpongeBob when he's trying to remember how to flip a patty, and they're like running around trying to find the file. That's literally how I am when I'm talking, and I just kind of stop, and my eyes stop, and everything. I kind of stop breathing, and then I remember it. It's like
a reboot.
Yeah, it's literally like, oh, the inside Nicole's have found the file. Here's the information. It just took them a little bit longer.
Listen, funny story. So this week, like we have like a handicap door button thing. You know, most buildings do.
Yeah.
And the generator, we have a separate generator for it.
Okay.
And it went out, and it has this problem with going out. And I'm like, well, shit, okay. And so I'm in there messing around with it. Can't figure anything out. I unplug it, plug it back in, all that kinds of stuff. I can see that power is going to it. It's not working. And then my regional manager shows up, and I'm like, Connie, I can't get this to work. And she's like, I'm here to help fix it. And so then her and I are back there pressing every button and switch on this thing and flipping it around, unplugging it, plugging back in. We can't figure it out. So she's like, all right. She's like, I'm just going to call the electrician to come and look at it. I'm like, okay. And we have a courier that goes between the different offices and everything like that. And Chuckaroony, which is what we call him, he comes in, and I look at him and I'm like, wait, I know one time when it was messed up, he knew what to do. And, we start teasing him about stuff, and I was asking him to do all kinds of stuff for us on Friday.
What the heck?
Can you pause?
Paisley.
For the rest of this episode, Paisley has been escorted out of the room.
She has left the building. And I just we didn't say this, but Cena and I are wearing matching pajamas.
Clearly the most important part.
Yes,
They're
we're
ghost
both
pajamas.
ghosties. Okay, so Chuck came in. Chuckaroony.
Chuckaroony comes in, and I was asking him to do all kinds of stuff, and I went, hey, Chuck. I'm like, the electricians are coming. I'm like, really? Like, this is what's happening. The door's not working again. And he laughs and he goes, well, did you hit the reset button? And I'm like, Chuck?
Does it look like
what
I hit
fucking
it?
Reset button? And he's like, come here. We go in. He turns the machine sideways. And then he goes, it's right here. And just pokes it. It works. Turns on. And
of
course I was like, of course. And he's like, I showed your boss how to do this. She should have showed you guys. And I'm like, well, that's what you're here for. It's job security, baby.
Exactly.
So then I had to call my regional manager and I'm like, hey, Con, I'm like, can you just like cancel the electrician? And she's like, where is this button at?
How silly if an electrician should have.
Literally, how embarrassing. Because they were going to come from out of town.
Yes.
To us. And so she was able to cancel that. And oh my gosh, I felt so stupid. But now I know how to fix it. And then I showed my other coworkers how to fix it.
Yes.
So now we all know how to fix it.
Yeah.
And you would think the reset button would be labeled. No, it's like under a flap and it's black and it's like, I'm like, what?
In an obscure place.
Yeah, it's in an obscure place and is stupid.
Well, speaking of work, we had our HSA health risk assessment.
Oh, yeah?
This past week. So we have the results on Tuesday, and then that's when I get all depressy.
Oh, yeah.
Meh.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah. But other than that, I've had like the highest confidence in myself.
It's because you have Beetlejuice nails.
I think so.
I'm in love with your pinky nail.
Oh, thank you. She did work so hard on it, and it's supposed to look like crinkly, like Tim Burton style. And it does. I'm like, you literally
slayed.
You slayed. Kaylee, #1 peach.
Yeah.
Let's talk about last weekend. Friday to Monday, okay?
Yes.
Monday rolls around. Cena sends out not an SOS,
just sort
Snapchat,
of
like this is what's happening in my life to our friend group. Our friend Shauna was like, bet I'm coming.
Literally,
and she called me and we talked for 4 hours. She's like, so I'm gonna leave work at 3 and I'll be at your house around 8. I'm like, okay, cool. And she's like, well, are we going to see her tonight? I'm like, I don't know. So I texted you and I was like, hey, what are you doing tonight? Because it's Friday. She's like, well, I'm going to dinner with Bridget. And then I'm coming to your house. I'm like, perfect.
My girl B, who's living her best life right now.
Yes.
I will fill you in.
Thank God. So Sean and I are sitting there. I had done some cleaning and I just sat down. I was like, I can't do this anymore. We had some drinks. And I was like, girl, she's like here. She like runs into the bathroom. You walk in. Mind you, you took longer than we anticipated because you ended up stopping at Alex and Teresa's.
And bragged to Nicole on the way home. I'm like, I surprised Teresa. She was so excited to see me, blah, 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 blah. It felt so good to surprise my friend.
Yes. I'm like, Cena's living on cloud 9 right now. She gets there. She's like snuffly. I'm like, oh, do you need to go to the bathroom because you're driving? You're like, no, but I need to blow my nose. I'm like, I think all my Kleenexes are in the bathroom, which was where Shauna was. And to get to my bathroom, you have to like open a door to go to the laundry room. And then there's a door into my bathroom. So she opens the laundry room door and Shauna's just like, surprise, Cena! I swear would have fallen over. She jumped. Her whole body shook, man. It was great.
Startled.
You were very startled.
And of course we laughed and laughed.
Yes. So we got you.
And then you literally rescued my sanity all weekend.
Yeah, we did.
I did need, I think,
that reset.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then I needed Shauna's.
Whether it was the correct SOS that was being helped,
but
it was like, one that needed
Shauna's boss bitch energy and Shauna just coming in and being an absolute fucking Virgo. Yeah. And Virgoing my life.
I think it kind of opened your eyes to a lot of things because
yes.
There are things that I don't say to Cena because
she's afraid of me breaking up with her.
I'm afraid of her breaking up with me because we almost broke up once.
No, she thinks we almost broke up. We had an argument.
Almost broke up over a boy she was dating.
I definitely think you're being dramatic.
Air quotes, dating.
I was the other woman.
Oh my gosh. That is a whole nother story. But but so what do we do? Friday, you hung out a little.
But I felt sick. I was so sniffly. Yes. I had like this sinus infection.
Yeah.
And so I drank at your
Yes.
I didn't drink and drive, but I did drink and drive.
You had a drink.
And then I went home and then crawled in bed
immediately. The next day, I brought the boys and Shauna to your parents' house. They had a blast at your parents' house.
Oh my God. When they found out where the toys were. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So happy.
Yes.
And then we took him to the park.
Oh, yeah.
That was so fun.
It was.
Silas sitting on his butt, like sliding down the hill like it was a slide. I'm like, no, buddy, we can go to a real slide. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, right in the mulch. Yes. And I'm like, there's like 12 slides.
Yes. And then later that night, Shauna went to, it was a children's Halloween party, but also adultish. I dressed up in my Winifred costume.
And she looked banging. I saved all the photos.
Great. Also, there was a fire. And Shauna was obviously cold. So we were around it a lot. So we went and got a drink, came back. And you know how fire like pops? Like there was an air bubble in the wood or something. Goes,
and she squirted.
The ember that popped with it landed directly down my dress, and I mean on my boobs. So I'm the crazy woman digging through my boobs, just basically flashing every child there.
You had
I know. My boobs are badly. I need Band-Aids for them because I showered and took them off.
Oh my God, they're still bad.
They are still very bad.
You look like you're turning into a zombie.
I know. Because that's where the ember was.
Yeah, I'm staring at them right now.
Yeah.
Audience. They're great. Even with the wounds.
They're still pretty bad.
However, the wounds do deter me from motorboating.
Thank you.
Right now.
Thank you.
Just saying.
Please don't.
Yeah, I'm not.
You can bean dip them all you want. Just no motorboats.
I went to earlier and you had
I have a
sweater
real bra
over it.
Oh yeah. My other part of my confidence are these babies right now. They feel in charge. Not that they aren't always,
Mommy?
But they just feel like it this week. So, and then Sunday we went to a little farmer's market in a small town in the historic downtown. And of course we started on one end and where we finished is where we needed to go.
That's okay. The walking's good for us.
It is. And Shauna got to look at all the things.
And also got to walk.
Exactly. She got
Shauna has to move.
Yeah, she really does. Shauna likes to do things. I don't.
Listen.
I like to go there for the thing that I'm interested in and leave.
If I could wear you in like one of those mommy like baby strap things, I would strap you on my back and just carry you around.
I know you would. Give me a bike, give me a scooter. I will do it. But listen, I was too stressed. You both told me to lead and then you would stop and I'm just still walking. Because you're both quiet. You won't yell over the crowd. And I turn back and you're like 20 paces back. I'm like, the fuck?
We're like, hey.
I know. They're like whispering, hey,
we're stopping.
Nicole. I'm like, you have to let me know. I'm like, I will stop.
I kept forgetting what we were looking for. Like, I could not remember what the name of the business was, which, hey, we'll drop it on here.
Wild & Co.
They're awesome. They took our picture. It was great.
But go ahead.
You have to tell the audience how your nail tech literally recognized it because of your nails.
Yes. Okay. So I went there because I wanted Cena and I to get these forever bracelets. They're basically bracelets that got soldered.
Me, is what
I collared my wife. They are soldered onto our wrist. I have a little pendant that has a C on it.
And I have a little pendant that has an N on it.
So I collared her. Everyone will know she's mine now.
And it's on my left arm.
It's same. But the woman, her name is Heidi. She took a picture of it. And my orange Halloween nails were in the photo. And my nail tech messages me randomly. She's like, are these your nails? I'm like, yeah, those are my nails. She's like, oh my gosh, they look so great. I'm like, I've got a great nail tech.
I wonder who
I
she
literally
is.
cannot take any credit.
Listen, Kaylee is above and beyond.
She is
nail
magic.
teching.
She's literal magic.
Literally a goddess.
Yeah, she's a unicorn for sure. So we did that. I got two necklaces. They're not forever necklaces, but one's longer than the other, and they're bars, and they have the boys' initials. So a TJA for Titus James Allen, and an SRT for Silas Ray Tiberius.
Or
Sir. Everyone's like, where's the V? I'm like, I know their last name. It doesn't need to be on there. So we got our stuff, and Shauna got to shop around.
Yeah, we were like, Shauna, we're going to be here for a bit. And she's like, okay, and floats.
Yeah, she literally went and got a cupcake that was terrible, and then went and bought chapstick.
It didn't even, it looked artsy, but it didn't look good. It looked cheap.
Yes.
Just with frosting.
Yeah.
Throwing shade.
And that was it. I went home, Shauna went home. And then on Monday, we had breakfast together.
Oh, yeah, because it was
Just
a 3-day weekend for us.
And then we went and saw Dad for a couple hours. And then we went and got our toes done and had a fall pedicure where we had apple cider mimosas.
That were amazing.
The whole room was smelling like a whole fall potpourri bowl.
Oh, my God, I didn't tell you.
What?
All along these lines. The leggings I wore to the pedicure are very stiff, and they've got this stiff band on the side, that black band.
Yes.
And I struggled pulling them up over my calf.
I wondered why you didn't put them back down.
Because I couldn't. Oh. I got home, and Andrew had to cut me out of the fucking leggings.
No way!
Yes. He had to cut the seam up the side of the legging. Stuck in
oh my god! I
could take them off my waist.
I literally was like, "Why isn't she pulling those back down?" Whatever,
because they were stuck.
It's all about her, I guess. It's whatever
stuck.
She wants.
It's so I had to pee when I got home. I came home, I peed, and then I went upstairs.
Yeah,
and I just never pulled my pants up, so I'm walking up the stairs with my pants around my
exactly the give you shit sent me of Danny DeVito. Penguining upstairs.
And Andrew's like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm laughing, and I'm like, I'm stuck. And I flop on the bed, and I hold up my legs, and he's like 2-hand pulling. Can't pull it back down over my calf. And he's like, Cena, I'm just going to cut them. I'm like, I don't care. Just get them off me. And then he was like, well, you smell like fall.
Yeah. That was so nice. But you got a scrub on your legs and then a leg mask with a hot towel over it.
The hot towel was everything.
Everything.
Oh my God.
Guys, that's only half about what we want to talk about today.
Listen, I don't even remember.
It was a
the
whole
other half.
weekend of mental health awareness for each other.
Oh, my note about Shauna in this says, Shauna is my angel and she wields a flaming sword of friendship.
Yes, she does.
And
she is a warrior princess.
Sums Shauna up.
Oh, totally.
I guess I'll take it away for a moment. So obviously we're in matching PJs, but I'm going to tell you guys a story about my favorite customer this morning.
This is all about how. Sorry.
So in the town we live in, there's people that protest on the town square.
Yes.
Every day at noon.
Yes.
Cool, whatever. Well, there's a counter protest going on too.
Oh.
And it's all the white old Jesus
freaks.
Jesus freaks. They're literally Jesus freaks.
Yeah.
And then today they were having a rally. They had
you were gonna
music.
say a riff off.
No. Today, it's Saturday.
Yeah.
And that they're all up there. They've got music going. They're screaming that Jesus loves you at people. They're holding signs. And we could hear the music in my building a block away.
Yeah.
And my favorite customer walks in and he goes, what's with all that Jesus Lives Matters up there? like JLM. And I'm like, oh my God. And of course we're laughing. And he is just like, he's like, well, tell me that's not what it is. He's like, they're holding signs that say Jesus life mattered.
Yes.
There. And he's like, so, it's the Jesus Lives Matter protest.
Oh my God.
I'm like, oh my God. And I was like, literally only you, sir.
I can't stop thinking of them riffing off.
But that would be the best. It's got to be like a dance battle.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
So let me update you guys about my trouble guy.
Oh, yeah.
He comes in yesterday and he brings his daughter through the drive-thru. And he's like, hey. And he's like, this one's Little Bit's aunt. And Little Bit's his granddaughter.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, hi. And he's like, she's taking me to breakfast. And I'm like, oh, good. I'm glad somebody is. And, like we're teasing each other, whatever. He goes his way. He comes back later that day. And he's in this middle of this merger or whatever. And he's talking to his boss and partner in business. And Amber's at the counter. She's waiting on him. And then I come walking over because obviously my man's there.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I had to burp. And I walk up and I press the mic and I'm like, twice in one day. And he turns to the other guy, elbows him and goes, that's her, the one in all black. Gosh. And he's like, do you see me honk at you this morning? And all that kind of stuff. And he's like, I've been honking at you whenever I see you. And I'm like, and I wave. So I was like, oh my God, this guy's talking to his boss about me. And he was like, she's always in all black all the time. And I'm like, it's a good color.
It is. Goes with everything. Okay, Monday is National Bosses Day. So I have like 3 bosses, okay? It goes like supervisor, manager, head honcho before the CEO and stuff, okay? So the top 2 are men. We're just getting them like gift cards, whatever. Thanks for being a great boss. But our supervisor is obsessed with Harry Potter.
Thank you.
Like, she goes to Orlando Universal multiple times a year. Like, her and her son went and took a trip literally weeks ago. Just a little weekend getaway with her and her son.
I love that. How old's her son?
Like, older. And he has like a Death Eater's tattoo.
Oh, so like old enough that they could just like go and have fun.
Oh yeah, he's like 20s. Her daughter's 20. Like she's about to get married this next weekend.
Listen, being able to enjoy your 20s and 30s with your parents is amazing.
It is,
because they're not your boss anymore.
So Nicole offered to do a Harry Potter food day. You want to hear what our menu is?
Absolutely.
Okay, we'll start with we're having Ravenclaw cookies, Huffle cheese puffs, Gryffindor grapes,
yes,
Slytherin sour worms or snakes, if you want to call them that, dragon deviled eggs. I'm literally gonna boil them, make them deviled eggs, but I'm also food dyeing them with cracks to make them look like dragon eggs. So food colors involved.
You're goddess.
I did Professor Sprout's garden veggie tray, which I bought it all prepared from Buehler, so I don't have to do nothing.
Thank God.
Tomorrow, Lindsay's coming over and she's helping me make chocolate pretzel rods, and we're gonna make them all different, so I can put them in a jar, like a hidden jar.
Choose
and
your
I made
wand?
a sign that says "The wand chooses the wizard"
yes!
and everything. So I got sprinkles and chocolate to do that. I got jelly beans for Birdie Bot's Every Flavor Beans. I got apple cider for hot apple cider. And then I got stuff for butterbeer. I needed butterscotch syrup, but like Buehler's didn't have any. And I don't have the energy to go into Walmart. So I don't know what I'm going to do about that yet. Whether I'm just going to use caramel or... And then I got whipped topping for the top of the butterbeer.
Of course.
Of course.
Everything needs a good head on it.
I think that's all the food I did.
I think it's enough.
It's a lot. It's a lot. And then Shannon's decorating because she's been in a crafty mood, and it's just going to be fun.
My boss's birthday is Tuesday.
Love it.
And so I need to figure out something to do, and I haven't figured out anything yet. She likes she's not like a nerd.
Okay.
So it's hard to figure out something for her like in that way.
Mm-hmm.
However, I think she just having the attention and like decorating for her birthday and, just getting her some stuff would be nice.
Yeah.
I'm going to figure it out. I'm probably going to text Amber tomorrow.
Do like a self-care basket.
That's what I'm thinking.
That's what we made for Brittany since she's gone longer at work.
Yeah.
Because she's not at work, I've been catching up on Dungeons and Daddies.
I am really far behind.
Yeah, I was listening to it today while I was working on podcast stuff, and I think I'm on episode 17 of season 2. Because I got caught up to 16 the last time.
The last episode I listened to of Dungeons and Daddies is when Willie.
Yeah, we're roughly around the same stuff.
Oh,
same
so
part.
I'm further than I think I am.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, they have like 19 or 20 episodes out now. So
I'm like 3 or 4 behind.
Yeah, but we're at
which
the same
means I'm
spot.
overwhelmed.
Yes. Ooh, I know that I'm one of the favorite people at work now.
How could you not be?
I know. It's just because I'm good at my job and I don't okay. You get changes distributed to you that come in to our email. And if you're on a special project that day, like working home auto apps or working the reports, working mail desk, any of those things, you don't get those changes normally. But if we have a lot of people out, like you'll get a couple if you're on those things, and it's just a couple, so you don't have to worry about. Everyone else gets like 20 or less. You get like 5. And she messaged me. She's like, "Hey, I put a couple in there. Sorry." I'm like, "It's literally fine." She's like, "Thank you just for never complaining or making a smart ass comment, and just accepting the work that I give you." I'm like, "It's totally fine. This is my job."
Yeah.
But I also am efficient and get my work done in a day.
Yeah.
Like all my stuff that I have to have done that day, I get it done.
Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to rest.
Yeah. Literally, yes.
It's because I know you.
Yes.
And I'm the same way.
Yeah.
I can't leave something for the next day. I have to do everything that I physically can.
Yeah.
Unless it's something that involves another department.
And then the next day I was on apps and I was like, or it was a couple days after I was on apps, and I was like, "Hey, if you want to give me some stuff, it's fine. I will take it," because I was at home on auto apps, which are slow anyways. Like they come in gradually throughout the day. So I get like a couple at a time done.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "I'll take some." She's like, "Thank you. Just thank you." Because there was only 5 people who would have gotten changes and they would have gotten 20 plus.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, "I'm going to give them most of them, but then I'll sprinkle them amongst you guys." And I still got 9, which is totally fine because it kept me busy.
Which is what you like.
Yes.
Because it makes your day go by.
I even had time to make Harry Potter food tags.
Bless.
So it just makes me feel good that I'm a favorite.
You're recognized for your efficient work.
Yeah. And we're going to be learning other stuff. And there's now 2 separate things that I've been put up to learn. Like people don't normally learn them. And those things I've already been nominated to learn. Because efficient. So it's just really nice. Because at my other previous jobs, I was just given more work, and that was how I was praised. Like being given more work. And then I got run down, and it was...
He's having sour farts.
I can't smell anything, but I'm not breathing out of my nose, really, so... Fall has arrived outside. Like leaves have fallen when there was like that small bit of rain this week, and all of the trees changed. My tree outside my house is orange.
Literally everything's gorgeous right now.
I literally keep looking at it. I know. There's this tree and then there's a tree across there. Literally, I'm like, has my tree always been that orange for fall?
I don't know. I feel like the colors are super vibrant.
They are very vibrant this year.
And I love it.
Same. I don't know. It's nice though. And the woolly bears, if you want to learn about woolly bears, go back to one of our episodes from last year. Like 2 seasons ago or something.
Say mild winter.
No, they're predicting a heavy beginning of the winter.
Yeah.
And then it mellowing out.
In like a lion, out like a lamb.
Yes. That type of vibe.
Listen, I got to control the weather this week because everyone was coming in Wednesday at work, which is my half day anyways.
Yeah.
And they're like, it's going to rain. It's going to rain. And I'm like, listen, I didn't hear shit about rain.
Ooh,
like,
the
it's
S word.
happening.
The S word has been mentioned for this week.
I reject that reality, which is what I said.
It had in Minnesota. It's
I don't care about Minnesota.
I'm just telling you, Rhoda. Gosh, just shoot me down.
Rejecting it.
I am literally. It's just like fuck you, you piece of shit.
Rejecting. We don't talk about that. It's too early. It's not even November. We don't talk about it.
We don't talk about Bruno. No. Okay, go ahead.
One of my other customers came in, and this is one of my other flirty ones. And I told him, I'm like, he's like, it's gonna rain, and I'm like, bet. And he's like, that's what the weatherman said, and I'm like, well, I said it's not gonna rain. Like during the afternoon, I'm gonna be sassy. Off. And he was like, okay.
It didn't rain till the evening.
And I literally, because I have a Snapchat, I literally take a picture out the window of the trees and the ground, and I'm like, it doesn't look like rain. Or I said, my prediction holds true. And he's like, yeah, rub it in. And then he came in yesterday, and he's like, so it rained that night? And I'm like, I didn't care about that night.
Yeah, like we were talking about the afternoon.
I'm like,
sir,
it can rain once I go home.
Yeah.
I don't want to be out in it. I just want to look at it.
The last thing I want to talk about is because of the life things you're going through, I'm also feeling your energy.
I'm sorry.
No, it's not actually been that bad.
I don't mean to be an energy vampire at all.
You're not. It's just, I think it's a me thing wanting to take it from you.
Taking care of me?
Yeah.
Listen.
Just like that tip I gave you today.
Tip
your waitresses.
Just tip your waitresses. I just found out a little while ago that there's a separate group chat. And
the separate group chat between
I'm concerned about Cena chat.
Literally, whenever I get worried or I'm like, we need to have a group thing, I'll text Dustin and Shauna separately, like, when are you guys free? Because Cena needs a minute. In a minute, I'm gonna need a sentimental woman to bump me up. Yeah.
Literally, I'm not even salty about it. I know I'm bitching about it, but it's not actually. I'm highly flattered.
Yeah.
It's literally like the Cena.
How could we not?
Cena mental health like support.
We are the 3 horses of the apocalypse.
And I am you guys can't see that, but Nicole just gestured at me. I am the apocalypse.
She is the apocalypse. We are here to care for her as needed.
Thanks, mommies and daddy.
You're welcome.
Mommy, poppy, and
from
daddy.
All of us to you, you're welcome.
Thanks for being the spokesperson.
That's everything for my catch-up. We've had a long catch-up.
It has been a long catch-up.
We're going on 40 minutes.
Are we really?
Yeah. It's because of that mental health weekend.
I have 2 more things to say.
Okay.
First of all, my dog pissed somewhere in my house. And I have been trying to find the spot. I have.
I don't know how
gotten
you know
on
that,
my
though,
hands
because I can't smell anything.
Because I don't know if I'm imagining something, but I smell something, and I don't know if it's something like when we were moving stuff around
I
and
smell his farts now.
Yeah, it's like sewage.
Yes.
And every time he does, he kind of shifts a little bit under that blanket just to like release it.
Yes, of course.
I swear, I have shampooed this carpet twice. I filled a bucket full of bleach water and soap, and I scrubbed all the furniture legs and every surface I could, like where he could reach. And I don't think he's peed on anything, but it's like, am I
You think
just
it could have
imagining?
gone down the vent system?
I don't know. And then I took that chair out.
Yeah.
And I think it was the chair I got
Could
from
have
Mom
been.
and Dad's.
Yeah.
And I took it out, and it's on my front porch right now.
Yeah.
It's kind of broken anyways, so I just got to get rid of it.
Put it on the curb. Someone will take it.
Yeah. But it's literally driving me absolutely bonkers.
Oh, I understand.
I'll like catch a whiff of something, and I'm like, I'll like come over and I'll hover over him, and I'll be like, "Where did you pee in this house?" And and like my dogs are potty trained, like they're really good. They go to the outside all the time. So I'm like, what did you get mad about?
Yeah.
What are you mad about? Because that's an acting out thing for him.
Oh yeah.
And he's also an old man now. It's harder for him to hold it for longer.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
when they got here, when I got here this afternoon, they definitely let me know when they had to go to the bathroom. I'm like, don't worry, I will take care of you.
Yes, thank you.
I am your father.
And I think the last thing I'm just going to say is that I just kind of want to complain and be a princess.
You're allowed.
Like, that's what I want to be in my life. And
I hope you feel like a princess. I try to.
You make me feel like a goddess.
Okay, you're welcome.
You show me how I should be treated.
Agreed. I can't help falling in love with you, okay?
Stop.
Moving on to hyperfixation of the week. If you haven't heard Golden Hour by, I'm assuming it's Juke. It's JVKE. Kind of like our queen.
Yes, queen.
It's a great song.
It's a great song.
And it's a song that I will literally sing to Cena for the rest of our lives. We will dance to it at our wedding. Everything.
Absolutely. I made my dad listen to it. He thought it was beautiful. And I'm like, this is Nicole's love song to me.
Yes. It talks about glittering skin, and I knew Cena would love it because she's always worried about her skin being called beige, and it's not.
Thank you. That's because I was color matched to a beige color, and I'm like,
for makeup too.
For makeup. Excuse me, you couldn't be any more creative.
It's literally probably the worst word to ever say to Cena's face.
Literally, it could have been called office wall, and that would have been better than beige.
It has some character to it.
It has some character to it. Beige, nothing.
Along the music lines of my fixations, 2000s and 2010s emo music, as you heard earlier.
Oh, yeah. I walked in because she was here before I was. And she's listening to Hello, Goodbye. And I'm like, this is my jam.
Yeah, specifically Here by them. I think I heard it on the radio. It could have been a TikTok, but I started playing it with Titus, and we literally jammed out to it. I'm like, this is why you're my child.
So I only have 2 hyperfixations.
I have one more.
You have one more?
Yeah, it's being chaotic.
Oh, I see that. Chaoticness.
I've literally, at any chance that I get, I am chaotic.
She is chaotic. She's literally a gremlin.
I literally was thinking about getting the dogs wound up before you got home, so then I couldn't get in trouble for it. And I literally am planning on it later when I get drunk, so I can blame it on that.
Ma'am, how are you getting home tonight?
Yes. I'm not staying.
I know. That's what I'm
so
concerned
when
about.
it comes to that, we'll figure it out.
My hyperfixations. So I know I've said it time and time again. The band Electric Callboy. I was mad at them. I was so mad at them because they canceled. And I've finally forgiven them in my heart again. And
just like when you were mad at Sam Smith.
Yes. And I forgave him. So I finally
forgiven him what he wanted.
Yes. Electric Callboy enough that I have been listening to them nonstop.
Yeah.
Like Hood Rat, put my radio on full blast.
Nicole vibes.
I don't want to just listen to it. I want everyone else to listen to it because I'm listening to it.
Yeah.
And then my other hyperfixation is fucking truff. Truff.
Oh, sauce. Yeah, the hotter.
And Taco Bell has steak nacho fries with truff on it.
No way.
That's their new featured item right now. Just saying.
Wow.
They're serving truff. And I'm like, how much truff? Only because that's pretty expensive. How much truff?
That's what I'm like. Wow.
Oh, tried the extra hot?
Yeah, the hotter. Yeah.
Oh my God, my mouth's filling with drool talking about it. It was so good. And I think that's it. That's my life.
This has been your wives, Cena and Nicole. being us.
We're gremlins!
Literally, we're on the gremlin state today, so good luck. Good luck and good baseball.
Stay spooky. Thanks for listening to this week's episode.
This week's show was recorded by yours truly in our studio in Ohio.
Our show is edited, mixed, and published by the team at Lead Up Studios, and our executive producer is Dustin,
aka Daddy.
You've been listening to the Wife Wednesday podcast.
Until next time, bye!
You've been listening to the Wife Wednesday Radio Network. Wife Wednesday is produced by Lead Up Studios in St. Louis, Missouri. Sound mastering and final production is handled by me, Dustin. Be sure to find, like, and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And don't forget to share the show with your friends. New episodes from the Wife Wednesday Radio Network drop every Wednesday on all major podcast platforms in the U.S. and abroad. To contact the show directly, please email us at info@wifewednesdaypod.com. Thanks for listening.